This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Reason why it's sunny there. What generation of you're a part of? And then got on the fire conversation. Pew Research Center has have enough authority that their opinion matters on weird stuff like what generation were you in and defining them. So they just announced the official definition of what a millennial is.
All right.
And that is anyone born between 1981 and 1996. So anyone who is 22 and 37 this year.
All right.
So that means the millennials were between the ages of 5 and 20 on 9/11, ages 12 to 27 when President Obama was elected, and ages 7 to 22 when Sammy Hagar temporarily reunited with Van Halen.
So what do we call the generation after them then?
There is
Do
no
we have a name for that?
yet for anyone born after 1996. There's no official name yet for that
It's been
generation.
22 years, man. You would think you'd come up with something.
Do you know the name of the generation before the millennials?
X.
Generation
Yeah,
X.
Gen X. That's us.
Do you know when they were born?
60
something?
It's right after the baby boomer. So if
60
like 64 through
64,
like 79.
It's 65 to 80. So by definition, you're a Generation X.
Yeah,
But you're right there on the line,
right?
though,
Because I'm
man.
37
Yeah,
now,
right.
but
But
I
here's
have
the
a
thing,
late
Ted.
birthday.
And it's the latest you could possibly be.
But like Miles and I are on the forefront of it. You're on the back.
I mean,
end
the
of it.
back.
Everything
back,
else, right?
5 days away. The back, 6 days away from being on the back end of it. So baby boomers were born between 1946 to 1964.
You're going to have to say that louder for them to hear.
Baby boomers. Well, actually, there's one before that, the silent generation, born from 1928
They're
to
silent because they're dead, Miles.
1949. Well, you'd have to be over 70 years old to be a part of the silent generation, correct? Because if you're
You'd
born
have
in
to be
19,
older than that.
If you're
My
born in
parents
19,
are in their 70s. They're baby boomers.
Right.
Oh,
Wait, what years for the silent generation?
No, because my mom was born in 49, and she will be 68.
She's a baby
So
boomer.
if you're
Still a
like
baby boomer.
yeah, she's a baby.
World War
Right.
II
So
ended,
45 years
GIs
before that.
came home.
So you'd
right.
have to be 74, 75 years old. If you're 74, 75 years old, you're part of the silent generation.
My
correct?
parents are part of the silent, which is, if you've met my mother, that is not true.
She doesn't know that. No one told her.
My father is part of the silent generation. My mother
told
is
your
not.
mom.
Right. She never got that memo.
Random question, 844-999, hola.
Random.
Hello, Riley. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola. Oh, Riley, let me cut you off real quick. By the way, Gene Simmons, as far as breathing fire,
Yeah.
our resident KISS expert, Joe Dredd, who of course recreates Gene Simmons and his band, says Gene Simmons uses odorless lamp oil. Doesn't that seem remarkable?
Wouldn't it stay on your tongue?
It just
it's
seems
oil.
dangerous to
I wouldn't
me.
want to gargle canola oil. You know what I mean? Like, it
I mean,
would
they're
seem like
breathing fire.
It would leave a film in
You
your
got
mouth. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Okay, who was the weird kid you knew growing up? And why was he weird?
You don't have to say his name, but
Yeah.
like, I grew up with a kid who, if everyone pooled, and this is elementary school, so when you pooled money together, I mean, you had 85 cents. He would eat, the things I remember, and I'm pretty sure he still lives in Rochester, so I will not say his name, but he would eat grass from the recess yard, he would eat sand, but the one that got me, he had caught a bumblebee outside. None of us were aware of this during recess. We sit back down, it's fifth grade. Sits down, he opens his hand, there's the bumblebee, he's like, do you dare me to eat it? And we're like, sure, man. And I mean, without hesitation, that thing was gone. and I, every day I keep waiting to read something about him in the paper. He's just that kid.
Well, I didn't have anybody that would eat anything weird, but there was this one kid who, his nickname was Rhino,
Okay.
and he would jump off of everything.
How high up are we talking?
Like, it started in elementary school on the jungle gyms. He would climb, like, up onto the roof, like, I don't know, 15 feet. It's kind of a big one. And he would jump off.
Would he do like a parkour thing where he'd hit and roll, or what did he do?
Yeah, he would hit and roll, but it ended up his last big stunt that I saw was we were just hanging out. One of our buddies got their first place, and we were all drinking and partying, and he decided to climb on the roof.
And he jumped off?
And decided to run and jump over the back porch and onto the side of the hill, which was angled down. It was like 20 feet out and like 10 feet, 15 feet down.
Okay.
Is this dude still alive as far as you know?
Yeah, he's still alive. I think he's not the smartest guy in the world.
Yeah.
That's Bob.
Can't say that.
Once again, bedroom callers, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
Had a buddy who could scale a tree without any branches. I mean, just shimmy the tree. He could go up 100 feet in a tree, no problem. Look around, come right back down like it didn't happen.
But what Miles isn't telling you is that he was best friends with a monkey growing up.
It was like that. He would just grab him, climb to the top, look around, be like, man, it's a cool view up there. You're like, all right, well, that's cool that you can actually, because sometimes when you're in a forest canopy hiking or whatever, you can't really see anything.
Yeah.
So we get like a little clearing, and he'd just go up, look around. Like, man, it's a nice view up there, man. Too bad you guys are too much peas to climb a tree and come back down.
Is he still alive? Did you ever see him take a fall?
Yeah, he works for the Forestry Service, unfortunately.
Well, he should. What do you mean, unfortunately?
That's
Perfect.
natural.
Yeah, because he was just using the trees. The weird kid growing up, here we go to Missouri, and 2 kids who were in jail because basically they went on Facebook, and according to the Kansas City Star, they were trying to get people to follow them and buy them pizzas, and so they threatened to drive and drag a kitten behind a vehicle. And they posted the video. The thing you need to know about the story is you were right, Steve. The kid just looks like this
Look
is not
at him.
Yeah, it's as soon as you see him, you realize like this is probably not the kid that you want hanging out with your son.
Look, I looked at this kid. So I read the story, and I see his mugshot, and I'm like, I hate to be this guy. I don't want to sound shallow. I'm not trying to pass judgment, but if he were in a group of 100 people, and you said, which one of these people do you think dragged the kitten intentionally behind his vehicle? I'd be like, oh, that dude. I have no question about it. He looks like the kid you went to school with that you knew damn well would be the kid who gets arrested for doing exactly what he did.
Yeah, I don't think I ever knew anybody that weird.
Really?
As
You
a
never
kid.
had
I never thought anybody was. Well, maybe I was the weird one.
I was going to say, if there was no weird kid in your class, there's a good chance you were the weird kid in your class. Hello, Wes. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola.
All right, Wes. I had a question today. What have you lost? What did you lose that you wish you still had? Maybe you got rid of it. Something happened. You don't know what happened to it. But what did you lose or have back in the day that you wish you still had?
I was doing construction one time at a house down in Olympia. It was probably built in the 60s, late 50s, 60s. And I got to the garage, and I was tearing the sheetrock down. And tore down the attic sheetrock, and this stocking cap fell out of there. And it was from the Olympia Brewery. So I washed it up, and I was super proud of it because I pretty much figured it came from when it was built there, because it was tucked back in the far corner of this house, and it must have fallen off or something and got sheetrocked in. But I got drunk in Montana one night and lost it.
That happens in Montana.
I feel like any sentence you start with, I got drunk in Montana, like it's not going to end
But isn't
well.
that the perfect end for that kind of hat?
Right.
It's a beer hat, probably from the 1950s or something, and somehow it just got lost in Montana on a drunken bender.
Right?
That seems like if you asked the hat, I'd be like, oh, I'm fine with that.
I once got drunk in Montana. Then fill in the rest. Because whatever you say.
Where went out, got home, and kind of had to try and piece the night together and realized my hat was gone, and I was bummed because I had taken my picture from my season's pass with it. So that's the only memory I got of it.
Well, at least you have a memory,
It's every time you went skiing, it was like, God, I miss that hat.
That's right.
Yep.
Reason we asked, what did you lose that you wish you still had? Here's a story. Coast Guard warned mariners that 70 cargo containers, 70, you guys know what a cargo container basically looks like an 18-wheeler bed.
Yeah.
Fell off a cargo ship Saturday night, 17 miles off the Oregon Inlet. This is outside the Outer Banks of North Carolina. The cargo ship told the Coast Guard by radio that it lost 70 to 73 cargo containers due to high winds and heavy seas. That nor'easter when plowing through there.
Right,
you guys
right.
remember just pretty well this ship wasn't ready for it. Coast Guard urges all mariners in the area to travel the area with caution. I guess sometimes these things float for a while. They're filled with air. I don't.
Are they empty?
No, they're all full. But they go on to say the North Carolina Department of Transportation, they closed these areas during the storm as the ocean washed over the highway at several locations. They're tracking where they believe the cargo containers could have gone, but they were cautioning people against driving, walking on beaches, looking out for hazardous debris of any kind.
You might get hit with a cargo container?
A cargo container could feasibly wash ashore or be uncovered. But they go back to this. In 2006, a container filled with thousands of bags of Doritos washed up and attracted dozens of scavengers. Now, I don't know, like, if you get up at 5:30 in the morning, right, and you want to be one of those beachcomber people that walk the beach and everything, could you imagine walking the beach and all you see is just bags of Doritos everywhere?
Do you think any of them survived?
I'm sure.
People know they were collecting them. People were picking them up to take them home. That's what I mean. Like, people were going out there and taking the Doritos because they were perfectly fine. They hadn't been opened up.
Yeah, if the bag's not open, man, the chips are fine.
Vacuum packed. I just thought that was great. Like, one time, man, I was at the beach. There's thousands of bags of Doritos everywhere. So
it's a weird fantasy.
Do they say what any of this cargo is?
They don't know, and that's the other thing. It's between 70 and 73 containers.
There's something good. There's no way you don't know what you're shipping. You know what you've lost because you're the people that have to indicate to whoever it is that supplied this, like, we lost this much inventory. So I'm telling you, there's something good in there.
You got to think, though, between at least China and the western parts of the United States, that whatever route that is that you take to cross the Pacific, you've seen some of those videos where the high winds come and just the storms
couple things blow off the side.
They don't even think about it. Like, what is at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean? What is the bottom of all these oceans?
Teddy bears, iPhones,
cars,
tennis shoes.
I mean,
giant animals.
Yeah, exactly. You never.
That's a big question.
Because what if it's like, a bunch of food
gone? Right, just gone.
Maybe there's crabs down there eating like White Castle frozen hamburgers.
There's probably crabs eating pre-picked crab.
Whatever they shipped out there. All right, random question. We've got your emails coming up for the Men's Room at mensroomlive.com. Also, still to come, your guess is as good as mine. The categories today, population and militaries. That's all coming up next. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Still to come, your guess is as good as mine. The categories today, population and the military, and Men's Room rules coming up right after we do some emails here for the Men's Room at mensroomlive.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Guys, son Kyle turning 9 today. He would love a birthday song with a fish sandwich and a Leroy Jenkins. Thanks, guys, so much. We love you guys. That from the lovely Sandra.
Fish sandwich.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Guys, I want to do a birthday shout out to my son Joe. He is 10. Happy 10th birthday, Joe. It was always a big deal when you were 10, man.
Double digits,
brother.
Yeah,
2 numbers. It was a big deal. Have an awesome day. That from Mom, Dad, and Ben. Can he have some rated G Germans? Rated G Germans. That from Janine.
Yeah, no. PG maybe. PG-13, but G, I don't know.
Yeah, enjoy your dinner. What's your six here? Red Robin? McDonald's?
And just know, most of the movies you see now, the parents of the main character do not die at the beginning. Bambi, Frozen. The movies are less traumatizing the older you are to handle it.
Yeah, and you're 10 now. You demand where you go to dinner.
Guys, boyfriend Aaron is a big fan of your show. He's 26. He'd love to hear an original fish sandwich and some very dirty German talk from the Dirty Germans. Thank you, guys. It's time for birthday tequila shots to begin. Lots of love. That from the lovely Alexandria.
Fish sandwich.
Yeah, I'm in no position to be a teacher, but I would like to give you an F.
Yeah, follows us up with a D.
Guys, says the love of my life's 28th. Huge fan of the Men's Room. Meet a lot of you guys to give him a birthday shout out. How about giving him your penis is too small and a classic fish sandwich. Love you, Sean. Wish you nothing but the best, baby. Thanks, guys. Good day, bitches. Birthday shout out to one of the greatest bartenders, Robin. She helps keep everyone full and loaded. How about a suck it up cupcake and some of the dirtiest German talk for the bartender with the most? Thanks, guys. That's from Mad Jack.
So, suck it up, cupcake.
Yeah, for your birthday, I'll be your personal SeaWorld. I'll be your dolphin, and you can rub my blowhole.
Yeah, and come over here, bring your wet rag, and then play with my jigger.
Yeah.
Guys, my name is Yetta Liebman. Most people call me Yoda. It's my 28th trip around the sun today, and I would love a fish sandwich and a suck-it-up cupcake, maybe some dirty, dirty German talks. Thanks, guys. I listen every day. Appreciate it.
Fish sandwich. So, suck it up, cupcake.
Yeah, they call you Yoda. I'll give you the 2-finger butt saw full force.
Yeah, and then I'll show you some wildlife and play with your fat dormouse.
Bitches, today's my gorgeous wife's birthday, 32 years on this planet, and she never ceases to stun whenever she goes. She's a spectacular mother to our 2 little girls. How about giving her a couple of your best sound effects? Happy birthday, Erica. Yours always, that from John with a stutter like Jahan. Fellas, I'd like to wish Justin H., pronounced dump, a happy 30 years on the rock. Cheers to another 33 spins. How about your penis is too small and a little Allen thick? Thanks, guys. That from Chet.
That's fun.
Guys, it's our mutual friend Jen, the mistress of booze's birthday, hockey chick. So please give her some dirty Germans talking about pucks and sticks. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Happy birthday and go Cougs from Chris, Heidi, Jack, and Michael. Thanks for all the laughs, guys.
Yeah, I know you like hockey. I'm going to give you one big black puck tonight.
Yeah, I just hope you play with my stick a little bit before we puck. Wear your helmet.
Today is my wife Ashley's 35th birthday.
And your mouth guard.
How about I cut that bitch off? Next caller. Love the show, guys. That from Chris in Enumclaw.
Cut that bitch off. Next call.
Could you pretty please wish my husband a happy birthday? His name is Patrick. He's turning the big 50 today. Listen to your show every day. Thank you. That from Elena. How about some dirty Germans, please?
Yeah, I know you might enjoy a good cup of coffee with almond milk. I'll give you my own nut juice.
Yeah, and after that we'll have dessert. Serve you some Ted custard.
Pacholas, want to wish my wonderful wife, Marina, 5 years. Our 5th anniversary was Friday. A happy 51st birthday around the sun. That from your loving husband, Gary. Would you please give her some turtle wax with a suck-it-up cupcake in the paws? Rock on, guys. Thanks.
So, suck it up, cupcake! Let's pull it in, Jay. Come on.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Couple extra emails here. Let's see. Oh, by the way, let's get a contestant on the line for your guess as good as mine. We'll take caller 9-844-999. Ola, gentlemen, started listening a few years back after my brother sent me a segment with a birthday shout-out for his wife by the Dirty Germans, and I've been hooked ever since. I'm a Washington native living in Okinawa, Japan, where my husband is serving in the Air Force. Moving over here has been a tough adjustment, and there have been periods I've gone through where the best part of my day was listening to your show to take me away from reality. So I want to thank you, Bacholos, from the bottom of my heart for letting me through, getting me through some of the hard times and making me laugh. Next time I visit home, Red Fest is at the top of my list.
Nice.
Here's to sharing a beer in the future. Cheers, guys. That from the lovely Olivia. Olivia, thank you for the kind words. You'd be surprised in this day and age how few and far between they can be.
Yeah, but she has to be in a foreign country.
Greetings from Kuwait. I've enjoyed your show immensely for the last 3 years. I listen to you guys now that I'm international again. What did I give up? I gave up boobs. I was a bit of a late bloomer in the years after high school. It was progressively dawning on me that I had a bit of a choice as to the women I dated. As time went on, I seemed to find more and more girlfriends, all with boobs bigger than those of the previous.
Okay.
My most recent ex had triple Ds, or E-cups, depending on the bra manufacturer. Also seeming related, each girlfriend seemed to be exponentially crazier than those who came before her.
The crazy's in the breast.
After E-cup, I met my now wife, who has a fantastic ass, and I'll never look back. That's a lie. I look back a lot. That from Bill in Kuwait. How could I not? Uh-huh. This is a weird one. So when I was about 19 years old, still lived in California, had a boyfriend that I was living with in my car with, and we were both on heroin. One night we found ourselves somewhere to sleep, and we were back in the hills. Well, when we finally settled down for the night, we brought our drugs out to do, started fooling around, and then a cop pulls up. 20 minutes into the fooling around, we had to hurry up and put the drugs away before the cop came to the window. Long story short, cop let us go like dumb kids who were just fooling around. But the whole time I was pooping brick. That from Lauren.
I was pooping brick.
I was pooping brick.
Pooping brick.
She sounds very sad. One time, me and boyfriend
Lauren?
about to experience coitus. I pooped brick.
I think the heroin was what was backing you up and making you poop the brick. Let's see.
Brick Popa.
Yeah. What else we got? We got some nutty stuff here.
Still talking poop?
Animal encounters. Okay, listen to this one. All right. This guy just throws it. Like, you could tell this is just like, this guy's intense, all right? This is as far as what kind of animals you've run into.
Okay.
Aquadoc is known as the dangerous marine life attractant. I was an Army diver and currently worked at a dive school near you. I was working at a ranger school in Florida. Our job was to clear the river crossings for the ranger students. I serviced one day and was face to face with a 5-foot water moccasin, and then I decided to go back under ASAP. I jumped in parachuted one night, and when I was rolling out of my harness, I was face to face with a pygmy rattler. I made a deal with her. She doesn't bite my face, and I save her from the burrowing owls. She agreed, so I put her in an MRE bag into my cargo pocket and took her to the reptile house. During a security swim in a port and cut her, I had a blue-banded sea snake humping my regulator hose. In Kuwait, I came out of the water with an octopus on my dive helmet. In Kwajalein, I told I was attacked by a gray reef shark. He wanted my grouper. I had just speared him. This guy sounds like the most interesting man in America, in the world, doesn't he? I just speared a grouper, and then I had to fight off a freaking shark for it. It's all... hearing the sound, a sea lion has done a swim by me at about 20 knots, pushed me back about 10 feet. I was friends with a GPO that lived on the Honey Bear in Cove 2 Alki, the one that kid killed a couple back. Oh, another. He was friends with a giant octopus, is what they say. And, of course, the orcapod got around 30 meters from us while teaching the students that from Aquadoc. And if Robin gets a chance for Dirty German, ask her to say, oh, I can't even figure that one out. Anyway, Bradley... That is amazing.
To me, it's the orcapods, man. And look, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but Miles, you showed me the video, and the way the video plays is you see two guys on a boat. You see this cute little seal. It jumps on their boat, and they're like, hey, little buddy, what are you doing? And then you see the orcas swim by, and they want to eat them. And look, I'm not going to lie to you. I'd have kicked that thing right off. I'm not keeping dinner from a killer whale. You dig what I'm saying, man?
Uh-huh.
Like, hey, seal, you are very cute, and I'm going to feel bad about this, but I'm not going to die for you, man.
Couple more animal stories. Cruising timber in California over the summer, and it just got dropped off at my first plot of the day, which was right off the road. Well, a good-sized black bear walks up, out of the clear.
What's up, homie?
About 50 feet down the road. All I had on me was a hatchet and a pocket knife. So I threw up my hands and started yelling at him while walking slowly toward him. I spooked him at first. He runs about 5 feet, and then he turned around and looked at me again. Now he starts walking toward me, so I keep my hands up and start taking very slow steps backward. He gets about 40 feet from me, stops for a minute, and then just does a slow circle around me, and then goes on his way. All turned out fine. Definitely a big butt pucker, though. Keep on rocking. That from Zach. I would have to think
animals have a really good sense of hearing. Most of them. You think bears can hear you farting? Like, once you make eye contact, do they hear like the... I would think there's some indication that this dude's scared of me. Because I guarantee you'd be able to hear it from 100 yards away. If I see a bear and it's looking at me, you would know that I just crap myself.
Yep. And as far as the random question, what hit your car? Guys, we just got 2 new transit vans for work. The idea was that whoever got the new vehicles wouldn't even put a scratch on them. They're brand new. Just happened that one of the senior investors of the company was backing out, and just like that, boom, he hits the back of a brand new van just driven 50 feet in the parking lot of the company. They blame the employee to have parked it in a way that could be seen, but as I recalled, he comments on the new vans before he rammed right into them. Good times. That from Chris in St. George, Utah. All right, still to come, more reviews, some men's room rules. Also, we will drink a toast. The shot of the day is Japan. Ooh. Yes, number 10. Japan, in fact, has... Five, it is Pakistan with 210 million people. And number 8 on the list, Bangladesh, 163 million people live there too.
Damn.
That's it. So, the top 10 countries that have the biggest population in the world. At number 10, Japan, followed by Russia, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Brazil, Pakistan, Indonesia, United States, India, and number 1, China. With 1,388,000,000
Just say
people.
a butt ton.
18.3% of the population on this planet is from China, and India is not far behind. All right, there you go, and your guess is as good as mine. Coming up, we'll drink and tell us with the shot of the day. Return to Men's Room Rules coming up next. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day, but first...
And now... The Men's Room presents Men's Room Rules.
All the Men's Room Rules at mensroomlive.com. They're all there for you and categorized up so you can take them in all of their glory. And every once in a while, we take a little time to see if we can put a new law into rule. And today we are on the subject of bathroom etiquette, which is a complete subsection as far as men's room rules are concerned. Some of the rules that you've helped make over the years include always close the stall door, even when going number 1. If you have an option, never use the urinal stall right next to a man who is already underway.
You don't.
I had that situation happen over the weekend. No man should ever take longer than 10 seconds looking in the mirror in a public bathroom. There's more. No man shall drop his pants and underwear to the ground while taking a leak. If you've ever seen this before, it's either a young child or a very old person.
Right. As a grown man, like really, really, man.
I like this one. Never shave naked in the gym bathroom. That comes from Vicente.
That guy's always there, though.
When at someone else's house and needing to drop a deuce, always use the furthest bathroom from the general population.
All right, look. That is our goal. Nobody wants to poop as close to people as they can, but sometimes you get set up, man.
Do not bring food with you into the bathroom. That one from John. If you drop a deuce, wash your hands. Basic stuff from Dave. Never leave hair on the soap. That from the boat builder. Another one just simply says, let the man poop in peace. Section 40, no man shall take a picture in a public bathroom mirror with another man. And Section 53, nothing except pee goes into the urinals. No dip. No gum,
right.
No nothing, no crap. This one comes to us from Big Dick Daddy Nick. He says, bitches, I'm a frequent listener, and I heard Miles a few weeks ago talk about there's a rule where if you use the bathroom more than 3 times in a day, you should go home from work. I believe this rule should be repealed because as a very large and unhealthy man, I poop a lot. This doesn't mean I can't work. It just means I blow up the bathroom at work roughly 4 times a day.
We're just saying.
4 times every day?
Yes.
At work. If you need an excuse to go home, and we generally agree with it, and it's during the course of work, man. Like, if from the time because everyone takes a dump when they wake up in the morning, right? That one doesn't count. That's just handling your business. But from the time you get to work, if in the first 4 hours of your shift you have had to go to the bathroom 3 times, you should go home, man.
We just say that it's an unwritten rule. We've never actually put it into law. It's just something that we share with each other, like, I'm 2 poops in, I'm 1 away from
one away, and the show's off.
Because obviously, if you're spending that much time in there, there's something wrong with you. All right, either way. No, we're not going to repeal that, because that has not been put into law yet.
It's not a law, but we feel it's an unspoken standard.
If you have a suggestion for a men's room rule, just shoot us an email to the men's room at mensroomlive.com. Make the subject men's room rules, and away we go. All right, Wobbin, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drinking time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve Throw-Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast an unidentified 20-year-old man from Kuala Lumpur. Unfortunately, while he has not been identified, I have seen pictures of him, and I wish I could unsee what I saw. Now, recently, our honoree, he boarded a Malindo Airlines flight to Beijing. That's right, Malindo Airlines. But once airborne, the man, in this order, stripped naked, put on some porn, and then started masturbating. And I want to make this clear. He had the row of seats by himself. He's sitting in the middle seat, and someone turned around with their cell phone, snapped a picture, and he is butt naked and just masturbating. Now, of course, before you ask, the other passengers and the flight crew repeatedly asked him to stop. You can understand how this was distracting to the other passengers, but he would not stop until he finished. And when he did finish, he got dressed again. And they were going to let bygones be bygones, all right? The mistake he made is at one point he got up to go to the restroom. He went to hug one of the flight attendants. As you'd imagine, she rebuffed him. He became violent at that point. Other passengers and the flight crew, someone basically tore a piece of their own shirt, bound his hands, tied him to the chair, and he was arrested when the flight landed.
But they were going to let him go.
Bygones are bygones, but he had to get violent.
Wow.
Think about that.
Wow. What else can you do on that airplane?
So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies.
Down the hola, bichola. Let's get caller 9 on the line, 844-999. Ola, profile this coming up.
Hola. The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.